fucking stomach, bro, is killing me. Oh. Oh, stay there, will you? And stop, you fucking bastard. I'll just put it there for a minute. Oh, mate, my fucking stomach, man. Fuck. Excuse me. Sorry. My fucking stomach is boring me. Oh. Morning. Fucking cracked me phone, my stomach's hurting me. God. Oh, Jesus. Hey, mate. Fucking stomach. Fuck off, probably. Bad stomach, bro. Every time I go toilet, I'm bleeding, man. I'm in fucking agony. I have a family member over from Dublin. The two boys had a drink last night. I know. It is what it is, though, bro. You know, I think God pays us back for things we do in life. You know, when you do bad things in life, you get paid back for it. I'm fucking telling you, mate. Well, it's me uncle. He's over from Tally. You know what I mean? He's going back this evening, so he's upstairs. He's a proper character, he is, you know. Great DJ. Fucking great DJ. You know what I mean? A lot better than me, and anyway. That's me dad's brother, look. You do nothing to me, you fucking fool, you. What you do to me, you sap? You do nothing with no picture in your profile. Shut your fucking mouth, yeah? No thanks, we're on the Cali. You can stick that up your arsenal. Yeah, well, in all fairness, I had it yesterday. I have a bit of collie today, but yesterday I had dog on a shit. Oh, like yesterday, I had Star Dog. The day before that, I had Star Dog. So it's like I got a nice bit of collie last night. Yeah, I got a bit of collie last night. Hello, Mr. Top G. Oh, fuck's sake. Well, I'm going to smoke me pig out for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to go into rehab. I'm going to try stop smoking. Never mind stop smoking weed. I'm going to try stop smoking. I'm from Ireland, but I live in Manchester. Guys, if you're not subbed to my channel, I'm 11 subs away from 4,700. 4,700, yeah? 11 more subs, I'll be on me even 300. But my fucking stomach is killing me, man. Like, I just come out to have a game of... Oh, fuck's sake. Well, it's cold out here. I'll be honest with you. United all day, mate. Can someone do me a favour? Anyone comes in here that wants to be a knobhead, yeah? I'm giving me mods permission to remove them, yeah? Oh, well. That's why you have central heating. Can you hear the birds? Oh. California, yeah. Normally, I'll be honest with you, the last 2 days I've been smoking absolute dog shit. You know, I'll be honest with you, right? I'm back down living here now, yeah? I live down here now, right? See around me? Yeah, I live here, yeah? So, I'll be honest with you. Every morning I wake up, the first thing I do is make a joint. And I'll be honest with you, I'm 52 this year. You know what I mean? I've had enough. Like, I'm ready. Don't get me wrong. I might fail, but I'm still going to have a go of it, you know? Because at the end of the day, I'm an old man. You know, I've most of my life I've taken drugs. I won't lie, I've taken heroin, I've smoked crack. I've been a heroin addict, a crack addict. Excuse me. Yeah, it's like I'm getting to an age now where it's like I broke my phone. Hang on. Whoops. Oh, fuck. There you go. See, I'm not allowed to smoke in the house, you know what I mean? Because they'd be killed if they smell weed in the house, me brothers. You have to respect other people's boundaries, you know what I mean? But I'll be honest with you, I've smoked enough weed to last 2 lifetimes, I reckon. You know, I don't know how many lungs haven't packed in yet. You know, so when I go into therapy and rehab, I'm gonna try come off medicine and I'm gonna try come off marijuana. Yeah, I've had enough, you know. I'm ready, you know. Sometimes, you know, when you're ready, you know what I mean? I'm ready. I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be. My fucking stomach, man. Oh, Jesus Christ, bro. Honestly, God has it in for me today, man. Every time I go to the toilet, I'm bleeding, I'm hemorrhaging. A lot of these bastard meds that I'm taking have bad side effects. Like, you see them fucking things there? See them? They have my stomach destroyed, man. You see them pregabalin, they're fucking dangerous to get. Hang on, what day is it? Tuesday? 2, 4, 6. Is that 6? Oh, 8, 1. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh. Oh, Jesus. Now he's going to stay there a minute. You know, sometimes in life, you have to admit defeat, you know. And if I don't stop now, and if I don't go into rehab now, I'm never going to do it. You know, I wake up every day, I do the same thing over and over repetitively every day. You know, I'm ready. You know, it's like I could save a lot of money not smoking weed. I could save a few quid every month, you know what I mean? Like I said, it's cool, it's great having a joint and what have you, and relaxing and what have you, and all, but it's like, what you don't realise is, cannabis can have a detrimental effect to your health, especially to your mental health, and we choose to ignore it, you know, when the signs are in front of us, and still we choose to ignore it. You know, it's not a problem until it becomes a problem. Look where I am. You know, I'm back home. And yeah, I always wanted to do this. And I'm getting the funding to do it. Tomorrow I have an appointment at 12 o'clock, and I'll find out a bit more about rehab, because you can't just say I want to go into rehab and then next week you go in rehab. It doesn't work that way. You have a list, and it's all prioritized, you know. Now I'll be able to go straight in, hopefully, and while I'm in there, I'm not going to be smoking weed. Like, if they told me next week I have to go in, for the rest of the week I'm smoking my pig out. And then when I go into hospital or treatment, it's not hospital, it's a treatment centre, then I'll start, you know, because it's like, look, it's like some people like a pint, some people like a joint, right? You either like a pint or a joint, you know. But I was supposed to give up weed when I was 45. I tried to do this and I failed miserably, you know. But I've a lot more riding on it now. I have grandkids, I have children, 4 of them, that I'd imagine want me to be here for them. You understand? I have 2 daughters, and I have 2 sons, and I have 2 grandsons. My son is my grandson's uncle. How mental is that? My son Thomas, 2 years old, is Noah's uncle and Jacob's uncle. You know, it's mad. I'm supposed to. I'm going to get my hair cut tomorrow. I was meant to do it today, but I've woke up in a bundle, so I'm not going to. Fuck me hair, mate. I'm not asked about me hair. I've a big crack. I've a big vagina in my phone. I dropped it yesterday, and there's a crack the size of the Grand Canyon in it. You know, I'm just glad the camera isn't fucked. You know, I'm ugly as fuck, so I know it's working. Right, let me do this. Whoops. Hang on, wait. Guys, my comments just froze. Okay. I don't touch the stuff. Hey, Ricky. I don't touch it. Yeah, I don't touch alcohol, never. This is my favourite drink in the world, mate, believe it or not. Tea, you know. I'll put it to you one way. If Guinness Brewery reached out to me and said, Jewett, I'd like to sponsor you and give you a lifetime reward of Guinness, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, except for a lifetime supply of alcohol on tap. You know, I see what alcohol does to people. Alcohol is shite and the point is too expensive. I just don't see a problem with it either. I just don't want to do it. That's what it is, bro. It's like, but when you get to my age, I'm 52 this year. I've got 4 children, you know, that I want to be here for. You know, that kind of way. It's like, sometimes you have to, you know, wave that white flag, if that makes sense. Like it, that I've told myself over the years that because I don't do other drugs, cannabis is like a reward. You know, like I said, it's not easy. Like it's a big decision for me because it's part of my life since I'm a kid. You know, my bleeding nose is running and all that. I'm getting a cold. I can't even fight off a cold. You know, my immune system is shattered because of all the meds I'm on. It's annihilated my immune system. So if someone gets a cold or a sniffle, I'm fucked. I pick it up, you know, and it wipes me out. You know, but this morning I got up the toilet, I went to the toilet, I had a hemorrhage. I got a taxi down to the chemist. I was supposed to do something this morning, but I couldn't. It's like my stomach is up. My stomach is fucked, Ricky. You know, that medicine destroys your stomach over the years as well. You know, it's burned a hole in my abdominal wall. You know, I think it's too late for me in all fairness, but we're gonna have a going anyway. It's like, but I'm afraid if I wake up sober, like no medication, no nothing. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm gonna start getting a few tablets, them cod liver oil ones, you know, them 7C ones for your joints and fucking what have you, and it's like I'll replace it with something, you know. But all my life, what I've noticed about my own behaviours, is I've always replaced drugs with drugs. You know, it's like I replaced heroin with a medication that I got addicted to for over 20 years. And now I'm trying to come off it for my kids' sake. And I know I'm going to go through hell. Like, this me or heroin. Coming off heroin is easy. It's easy, especially if you're in jail. It's easy. But coming off that green juice, it's like I have friends that have tried and failed. You know, but like I said, I just think of my children and my grandchildren. You know, when I can't sleep and when I'm on the toilet shiting and getting sick. You know, that's who I'll be thinking of. You know. Yeah, I wish I never went near it. Like I said, you know, if Guinness has said to me, Jude, we'll give you a lifetime supply of Guinness, I turn it down. You know, because I don't drink the stuff, yeah. If they turned around, if Barry's Tea reached out to me and said, Jude, tell you what, we'll sponsor your channel, we'll buy you a gaff and we'll build it in your back garden and we'll give you a lifetime supply of tea, I'm taking it. Fuck the house, I'll have the tea, you know, save me buying them. Hey, you know, like this is a house, we like to drink in this house. I live with two other men who like to drink, okay? Well, they like to drink last night, the two bastards, they were on it last night. All the old dears and all drink. Man, I tell you right, you know the Yardies, you know Jamaicans, they fucking love Guinness, man. They love the Irish as well. Wagwan, maidan. What you say? Say no more. Enough said. One love. Rastafari. Ja. I have to run like a fugitive. Straight out of English, get up out of that. See what I mean? See all these channels, they're listening to me. And then I'm going to put them all together. Like I said here, I said I'd hit 5,000 subs, right? I'm on nearly 4,700 and my master plan is coming to fruition. I said I was going to unite the clans and light the beacons. I told you this. You know, I'm going to unite the clans, being a metaphor for channels, and I'm going to light the beacons. Just like in Lord of the Rings. Yeah, Gondor. Yeah, get that. Give me that lighter. Yeah. It started like dominoes. You know, and like I said, everybody is straight out somewhere. If you've got a YouTube channel and you want it to grow, and if you're from a rough area, whether you're from the council estate, the housing estate, the ends, the block, the corner, the manor done, it doesn't matter, you're straight out of somewhere. Just like me, I'm straight out of Ballyer. You know, loads of people are starting to change their channel, and trust me, I'll put all yous in a big fuck off group together. And we'll wipe the floor with the cesspit numbers one day. I always said that was my channel, but a lot of people went against me and I left. And I said, one day I'll come back and I'll bring a load of channels with me. And I'll grow a community within a community. And they laughed at me. You're not laughing now though, are you? You laughed at me. Now look. There's about 20 channels that have changed their name to Straight Out Somewhere. And that's the biggest respect you could ever show me. You know, I don't charge people money. It's like, but I can make you money. You know, I can give you a fucking channel. You can getting them monetized is up to you. You know, I can't do that for you. You know, I can help you get subs, without a doubt. But I can't grow the channel for you. You have to do that bit on your own. Yeah. It's taken me 3 years to grow this channel. 3 years. Independent. Gotta have a shower on the shop. Yeah, thanks for coming in, bro. You up the fingers. You know, like I said, this is my reward. This is my payment. You know, fuck the money. I didn't do this for money. You know. Hey, John. Good morning, mate. Nah, listen, the way I see it is, it's like there's a lot of lonely people on YouTube, right, that have social anxiety, that don't have a lot of friends. I don't have that problem. You know, I've plenty of friends, but there's a lot of people that don't have many friends. Now, if you come from where I come from, you'll have loads of friends, because all our mates back in Dublin, when you grow up in Ireland, especially in Dublin, no matter what part it is, you're going to grow up with a lot of lads that have nicknames, right? Now, where I'm from, everybody is known by their nickname, right? Now, I give Harpo his nickname. I give Jay Dunn his nickname. Me family and friends give Dinny Boy Desmond his nickname. All the older lads up where I used to live, they all have LeBron or Jordan. Oh, fucking hell. Bro, I'll go Michael Jordan all day. I told you, bro, no Chinese. The only good thing about China is the food. Ni hao. Namaste. Kobe Bryant all day. Rest in peace to Kobe, man. Ricky, it's part of YouTube. You're going to get people that do it just for a rise, you know what I mean? So I don't entertain them anymore. You'll notice I just moved them, because they're interfering with my work. You know, like, everybody is straight out of somewhere, right? It doesn't matter where you're from, you know, we're all straight out of somewhere. You know, my fucking stomach, mate. Yeah. I got a bit of Cali yesterday, and I got a bit of something else, so I forget what it's called. It looks a bit, hang on, I'm not an expert on the names, but hang on. Can anyone tell me what this is? And it's not Cali, but it has a lovely colour to it. It's not Cali, right? I forget what the guy said it is, but it's like, they're nice and compact, all fucking white all over it. Yeah, but everybody's from somewhere, right? I couldn't tell you, in all fairness. The kid told me the name of it, but I don't remember. Nah, listen, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of people out there. And look, this is me for a minute. You're going to have to give me a second, guys. Just let me do the dishes. There's a lot of people on YouTube that are lonely. There's a lot of people that don't have many friends. There's a lot of people that have mental health issues. There's a lot of people that have social anxiety. And they can be who they want to be on here, you know, but you get brave people who have their own channel, and you're going to get loads of abuse. I'll tell you what you're going to get when you come on here, when you have your own channel. You're going to get people that don't like you. You're going to get people that insult you. But listen, if you worry about what everybody else is saying about you, you're insecure. I don't need validating. Me brothers can speak for me. All my old school friends can speak for me. Do you understand? Like, I'm not going to lie. I got involved in Dublin gangland at a 15-year-old. You know, I was around some of the most nastiest bastards you'd ever meet. And I grew up looking up to tough guys. You know, I wanted to be a gangster when I was a kid. You know, why am I going to work in an office? It's like having a dog and barking yourself. I just don't see the logic in it, in all fairness. Everybody is straight out somewhere. So I said to myself, I'll try help this little community grow, and I'm going to get a few people that don't like me, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because at the end of the day, that's their issue, not mine. You know, I've never did anything on you on here. I'm not like everybody else on YouTube. I'm different to everybody. You know why? Because everybody is individual and we're all different. Right? I pray every night. I go to bed. I pray to God to wake up. You know, I used to pray to God not to wake up, in all fairness. But the way I see it is, nobody's willing to take a hit for the team. So I said to myself, I'm not going to ask you to do something I won't do myself. So I unpaused I got my channel monetized and I paused it. So basically, everybody comes on YouTube to make money, right? I didn't come on here for that. I come on here out of principle. Someone stole my channel and I got it back. Air Finn is the first channel to be monetized who I've helped. But you see, Finn is entertaining, and I knew it from the start. I was like, you see him? I'm going to get along with him, and one day he's going to have a bigger channel than me. I've only a little channel. I'm about 10 subs away from 4,700. Straight out of Manchester. How are you, Matty? Guys, can you do me a big favour? You see my man in there, straight out of Manny 0161. That's Matty, yeah? He's only on about 8 subs. He's trying to get to his first 50. If you're not subbed to his channel, can you do it? Manchester. Shout out to the LGBT community as well. I am not a gay. But I got one thing to say. We're not here to take part. We're not here to play. Okay. The only way you're straight out of Compton. Yeah, well, that's where it all started from, bro. I had to rob a bit of, you know, the cliche. I'm straight out of Ballyer. It's like, so basically, the reason why I'm helping other people for free. Now, everybody knows, right? This is how you can tell who's genuine or not. You get people, now there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube, but you have to understand, I come on here because a friend on my channel. I didn't know anything about algorithms, statistics. I didn't know anything. I paid membership fees to channels so I could learn about YouTube. So I had to pay to become a member of all these channels just for them to share my channel or to give me a shout out. And have a guess what? None of them did it. They promised me membership badges, shout outs, personalised videos, and I never got any of that. And you don't have to pay me a penny, and I can help you. And I've already helped. We already have 10 straight out channels. By next week, there'll be 20. The week after that, it's like, because we're all out somewhere, and everybody knows where they're from. You know, that's the way I say it. We're all from somewhere. And where I'm from, all my old mates remember me. You know, otherwise they come on and they tell you, see that cunt, he's a lying bastard. Family member would come on and they'd say, Jude, what are you lying for? You know, all my mates can speak for me. I was a fucking helmet. You know, I wanted to be a gangster like me mates' big brothers. You understand? All the boys from the Red Wall gang in Ballyfermot, they were all my peers, for fuck's sake. I grew up here. My dad wasn't my idol or my hero. Some of my mates were my heroes, me up here. Do you know, as a kid, I'll tell you who my hero was as a kid, yeah? He was my hero as a kid. You see him? He was my hero. Not me dad, him. Because I wanted to be him. I wanted to be one of them, do you understand? One of them. Yeah. My hero when I was a kid was my uncle. I wanted to be a soldier as a kid, but because the choices I made, I made choices to take drugs. So as a liability, you can't trust people who are taking drugs. You can't take that chance with them. But anyway, the reason why I said I'm going to help a few people is because this community is falling apart. You know, there's too many tough guys on here that haven't even had a fight. You know, I've been smashed to bits most of my life. Hang on, who? Oh, Christy. But like I said, listen, I used to hang around the street corner and I was very good at bringing people together. A lot of my friends used to fight each other. Some of them didn't like each other. But at the end of the day, I was always a peacemaker. Oh, straight on, Matty. His name is Matty. Rick, yeah. Rick, Matty, Rick. Straight out of Edinburgh. Straight out of Manny. Straight out of Cabra. Straight out of Clondalkin. Straight out of Middlesbrough. Straight out of Ballyer. Do you see where I'm going with this? I told you everything has been strategic. I've had this planned in my head for a long time. I told you one day I was going to unite the clans and light the fucking beacons. You know, I'm good at putting people together. You know, we don't do last names, bro. I'm not too sure. A lot of people won't put the last name up, you know. But, nah, there's loads of good people on here, you know. Like, and I'm good at putting people together. There's a lot of people on here that are very lonely. And I know you might laugh at that, you know, but it's nothing to laugh at, you know. Like, there's a lot of lonely people on YouTube that sit at home all day and drink. You know, sit at home all day and drink. Sit at home all day and take drugs. You know, is this what life is all about? Eating. Fucking eating. But, you know what I mean? It's like, is that it? This is what it's all about? You know, it's like, it's sad for me. Like, this is typical because, like I said, I have things that I'm going to share with you over the next few weeks. I know something you don't know. I'm just man enough to admit it. I've been lonely a long time, even though I've had people around me. But when you're in addiction and you're addicted to a class A drug or a medication, and your partner doesn't know anything about addiction, never took drugs, isn't a drinker, doesn't understand medication, doesn't understand opiates, doesn't understand a lot of stuff, you know, and it's like, it's mad because back home, a lot of my friends that are addicted to drugs, so is their partner. So you can relate to each other when you know, let's say you're an alcoholic, okay, and I like a bottle of wine the odd time, right, but you're drinking bottles of wine every night, plural, 2 bottles for you. You're going to work, you're coming in, you're getting 2 bottles of wine, you're drinking them at night, and it's like, before long, you realise you're an alcoholic, and alcohol and drugs is like a friend, you know, and you tend to spend a lot of time with them. They're like a friend. This is what I learned. Mayor, I'll tell you, listen, I've been to the best rehabs in this country, okay? It's like, the last time I was in a rehab, I was in the Priory, £600 a fucking day. I was in there for suicide ideology. I was in there on suicide watch, not to come off drugs, you know. But I know the reason why I took drugs as a kid. You see, it's very dark and deep rooted with me. So I've done my research over the years. I'll tell you another thing about me. I got thrown out of school at 13 years old. I got expelled in the same year from 2 schools, John's College, Ballyfermot, and the Tech, Ballyfermot. I can tell you who sat next to me, Darren Kershaw. I can tell you who sat to the right of me, Les Kershaw. You know, I can tell you who was in front of me, Carl Cretan's brother. I forget what the cunt's name was, Andy, I think. There was a few bowsies in my class. You know, Anthony Flanagan was in my class. David Garland. A few lads from down near the Gala, it's like, and when I was a youngster, I had a dream. I wanted to be a soldier, right? Because my grandfather was a soldier and I had 2 uncles that were in the military, yeah. So I wanted to do it because I knew you could travel, you know, like, there's no greater honour than being a soldier and representing your country on the battlefield and taking a blood oath to protect the people from foreign and domestic threats. When I was a kid, my uncle took me shooting as a kid, right? And I paid attention, do you understand? Because I wanted to be him. You understand? He took it. I'll be honest with you, as a kid, I lit a fire in my house, yeah? 1979. My mother went to get nappies. I heard the door close. I woke up, went into the kitchen, got a match, a box of them, come back into the bedroom, got under the bed, and did that. Under the bed, yeah? Within seconds, I'm under the bed. Within seconds, the bed goes up. My hair's on fire. I'm trying to pull myself out from under the bed. I have shorts on. I'm on fire. It's like, and I tried to open the door, you know, but I just got blown onto the balcony, you know, and I could hear them screaming, Ricky. My brother was 2.5, my sister was 7 months old, I was 4. Bro, I could hear them on the balcony screaming. Bro, you want to hear the screams coming from me mother? She was trying to get into the flat and 3 men had to hold her back, bro. My babies are in there burning, can you not hear them? Bro, they couldn't get in. You know, and as a kid, because I was a naughty kid, my father blamed me, he told me. He said, it's your fault the kids are dead. If you hadn't aligned in that match. Mate, when my father said that to me, he lit a match to a fuse. At 10 years old, me mother blamed me. I was naughty. Somebody brought me home for smashing the car window. And she threw it at me. You've been fucking up all your life, you know. It's like, when are you gonna fucking learn? You know, you've already set a fire in the fucking house that killed the kids. Bro, you know, after that, I started sniffing gas, sniffing Tiffex tinners, sniffing glue, sniffing petrol. Before I went to school, when I come out of school, I'd sniff glue to forget, you know, to put it out of my mind for a bit, which led to becoming a full-blown drug addict at 15. And I'll be honest with you, I looked up to all the bigger lads up where, bro, look, well, I can't say it happens, it's like it happened, you know, and I used to question God, bro. I used to say, like, you know the way God, everything happens for a reason. But, bro, you know, after that fire, as a kid, I used to wake up at night. They'd come to me on fire, bro, screaming my name. You understand? I used to wake up screaming. You know, I had 13 years of psychological therapy in James's Hospital in Dublin. 13 years. It was an accident, but, bro, it never left me. You know, they used to come visit me on fire, bro. You know, I tried to fucking end my life, bro. Twice. Me mother never got past the Rick. Never. You know, like, you know, I have a handwritten note off me mother that she wrote to her children before she died. And in the letter it says, to my babies, even though you're gone, I'll never forget you. And, you know, it's like, we have it over there, bro. I'll show you. Okay, Rick, right, so I've got 2 brothers and 1 sister, yeah? Mark, Alex, myself, and my sister's called Jennifer, right? My mother wrote this to her dead babies. There's my ma there, right? With my little brother, yeah? My brother and sister was called Danny and Angelique, right? My Angelique and Danny. Never ever forgotten you. I'm broken hearted. Life's not the same since that sorrowful day. I'll see yous one day in heaven, babies. Love you always. Jenny, Mark, Alex, and Jude. There you go, right there, look. She never got past the mate. You know, never got past the mate. You know. And bro, in all fairness, I never got past it. You know, as a kid, like, as you can imagine, bro, that happened to me when I was 4, right? So from 4 years old up until I was about 21, they used to come to me most nights. I'm not saying every night, but a good 4 nights of the week. You know, that started me sniffing Tipex tinners, sniffing glue. You know, sniffing petrol, sniffing gas. And I didn't realise why I was doing it, right? And it's just like years later, I'm talking about decades later, it's like, it still affects me. You know, every time I hear an ambulance or a fire brigade, it triggers me, but I learned how to cope with it. You know, it's like, but my mother had to live with it forever, because we lived in high-rise flats, right? Now, you imagine this, right? So, you live in a high-rise flat, and your babies, all 3 of them are asleep, but you've no nappies for your little baby girl. So, she snuck out, closed the door, and went downstairs to get nappies. I heard the door go. So I woke up, walked, I'm not too sure, bro, walked into the kitchen, found a big box of matches, you know, the big boxes, walked back into the bedroom, got under the bed, lit the fucking match. Bro, within seconds, the bed went up. You know, all that brown hay stuff in old beds, you know, the way it's all like brown hay shit, bro, it went up. Me sister's cot was to the right of me. Me little brother was sleeping in the bed, bro. You know, I tried to drag him off it and wake him, and it's like, I'm not going into it, but yeah, it destroyed me. You know. And then when my father told me, he blamed me, he said, it's your fault if you didn't like that fucking match, you know, when he was drunk, bro. Like, he fucking proper took it out of me, like, you know. And that's why I took drugs. Yeah. To block shit out, bro. You know, I've been a drug addict most of my life. You know, and this rehab could kill me. It's one of them, isn't it? You know, I've been through some shit in my life, but this, sorry, bro. Serious stuff to carry around with you. Well, like I said, it's like, I didn't forgive myself until I was 44 years old. You know, like me mother never got past it. Anytime, you have to understand something as well. That morning in 1979, Rick, we never had a picture of me little sister. You know, everything got burnt in the flat. My sister was 7 months old. My little brother was 9. My little brother was two and a half years old. I was 4. My mother got sectioned that day. Yeah, they had to give her an injection to calm her down, you know. She tried to run into the flat while it was on fire, but the men couldn't get in. They tried to get in, but, you know. I just remember that morning, like, and it took me years to get it around me head, hearing them screaming, hearing me mother screaming, you know. Well, Ricky, I'll tell you where the flat was positioned. We lived on the fourth balcony, yeah. They weren't like high-rise, like Ballymun. They were like, you know, 4 stories, 4 floors, yeah. And we were in the corner flat, yeah. But me ma, she went out to get nappies. I woke up. For some reason, I walked in the kitchen, seen a box of matches, and the rest is history, bro. And that's the reason why I become a drug addict, I think. Because of me past, you know, because of the trauma. This is why I say trauma is deep-rooted. You know, you have to understand why you take drugs or why you drink, to block shit out. Why? Why do you want to block it out? What do you want to block out? You have to talk about it. You know, this is what I'm saying. When I go to this place, I have to tell people a bit about me and my story and why I think I become addicted to drugs. You know, that's my story. You know. You know, my father gave me an awful time as a kid. He took it out on me. He told me when I got older, he took it out on me. I blamed you. My father told me from his own mouth, he said, when my mother left me when we were kids, and my brother and sister, or my 2 brothers died on my birthday, and then I lost 2 kids. Men don't cry. My father, he used to tell me, men don't cry. You know, my father he was different. You know, and I always wanted to be like him. Well, in fact, I didn't want to be anything like him. And then I wanted to be everything like him. But my dad taught me, he said, men don't cry. Listen, you're a man. Yeah, and you don't need help off anybody to become a man, you know. You don't need anybody to help you. You don't need handouts off anybody. And if you're a grateful person, with gratitude, optimism is sustainable. Don't ever take anything off anybody. Never take a handout. You know, my father, like, this is what I'm saying. You don't understand me. Some of you have been watching me years and you probably don't get it. You know, my dad would have been proud of me. He wanted me to work in an office. He wanted me to become a DJ. But I already achieved that as a 13-year-old kid. I could... Mio, if you see your dad, yeah, every fucking night when he comes in, either on a CB or on turntables, messing around with them, you learn how to use them, yeah? I've an uncle upstairs, right, who's a DJ in Ireland, yeah? And it's like, it's in our family. We like helping people, you know? Like, people can say the fuck what they want about me. It's like, but you don't know me. You know, I come from good stock. You know, I come from a family of survivors. You know, my family have done nothing but help people. Me auntie in Dublin went to Golden Bridge Convent, and they were molested and assaulted and abused. And have a guess what happened? They brought the cunts to court and won. And they got a settlement, but she went on to open up the biggest women's refuge in Ireland, being the Ashleen Centre. My auntie opened that. Carmel MacDonald Bourne. Yeah, the biggest fucking women's refuge in Ireland for survivors of domestic abuse. And like I said, I learned, listen, right, psychology is my favourite field, okay? Now, know this, I got thrown out of school at 13, I'm self-taught. Do you understand? I've educated myself. I can speak a couple of languages. Not great, not fluent, but I can speak a bit of Arabic, a bit of Italian, a bit of French, a bit of Spanish. You know, I got thrown out of school at 13, know that. You know, where are we, Spain? Hola, ¿cómo está? Hola, señor. Hey, 2 beers. Buenas noches, Pedro. You know, yeah. 2 beers. Buenas noches. Buenos dias. In fact, here, you can have one yourself, señorita. Well, there's a hat to go with it. Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Yeah, so if I was in Spain, 2 beers, por favor, buenas noches. You know, yeah, no service charge, por favor. We're in France. Someone goes, no way. All right, Jude, how's it going? What's your name? Je m'appelle Jude. Yeah, au revoir. You know, arrivederci. No, that's Italian, isn't it? I used to work in a kitchen with loads of different lads from all over the world, and we had a gaffer from South Africa, white South African, and he's the best boss I ever worked for because he was a big believer in teamwork, you know, and if you're a team, you work together, you know, you work together as a unit, you know, and I've always been a team player. You know, and like I said, Rick, so on YouTube, bro, not everybody's gonna like you. I don't come on here for people to like me. I've already got enough friends. You know, everywhere of friends. It's like, but I knew that I could help a few people with that channel. Like I said to you, I said, bro, you just grow, make as many shorts as you can, be brave. It's like, and the more honest you are, and listen, you're gonna get people that'll come in your life that'll call you a fucking junkie, that'll call you a smackhead, that'll call you a crackhead. Bro, let them, just remove them. I won't entertain people like that, because there's a lot of people that come in and out of here that put a lot of trust in me, that tell me a lot about themselves. And if I have a conversation with you as a friend, right, I'm not going to betray your trust. I'm not like certain people on here who said they were my friend, and then the first time they fucked me and told lies about me, said I stole something on them. Yeah. I stole your balls, that's what I stole. Yeah, big man. Not a big man, are you? Hey. You know, and I like proving people wrong, you know. Like I said, my way works. So I've been on YouTube 8 years, and what I've recognised is there's a lot of drug addicts, ex-addicts, there's a lot of alcoholics, there's a lot of ex-alcoholics, there's a lot of people that have mental health issues. Now, in many, it takes 9 to 18 months to get an appointment with a shrink, right? I've had over 90 evaluations in my lifetime. I've been sectioned 3 times. I'm on antipsychotics, antidepressants, so I can speak about mental health. My brother's a schizophrenic and Mark has bipolar, okay? Yeah. Mental health is hereditary, I believe that. You know, I've got complex PTSD, survivor's guilt, and psychosis. Now, like I said, in life you have to identify your threat and then neutralise it. You know, everything for me is a military operation. I strategise. A year ago, I knew that when I get near 5,000 subs, I was going to start asking people to change their channel to Straight Out wherever you're from. And if you're on only, say if you're on under 50 subs, right? Let's say if you change your channel's name to Straight Out Coventry, Straight Out London, Straight Out Birmingham, Straight Out whatever. Change your channel's name. If you're under 50 subs, change your channel's name to Straight Out wherever you're from, and I guarantee you, your subs will go up. But you have to put work in too. You know, like I'll help you, but you need to help you too. Make as many shorts as you can. All you need to do is write a bio about you, be fucking honest, and tell people a bit about you in your bio. You know, look, you're better off being honest, because listen, there's always people out there that know you from your old housing estate that'll come on and say, here, he's a lying bastard. Do you understand? But see, all my mates, like, I'm just telling you, like, from memory, you know, it's like, I wasn't a tough guy, you know, and if you had to ask any of my mates, they'd be telling you, we're not tough guys either, but if you ask the media, now that's a different story. Like I said, I grew up in an area where there was a gang, allegedly. Ricky, weed makes it worse. And I already know this, right? It's like, and I'll be honest with you, I've had enough of it. You know, I'm ready now. It's like I'm 52 and I have this opportunity that not many people get. In Ireland, you wouldn't get it. I don't know about Scotland, but I'm going to take this opportunity, bro. You know, I'm going to take this opportunity with both hands, because it's like, in Ireland, you wouldn't get an opportunity like that. You wouldn't get £25,000 funding, Rick. No way. The way the country is at the minute, you know, people are struggling. You know, and in England, they're willing to pay £25,000 for my treatment. You know, so that says it all, doesn't it? Oliver, I smoke a 3-5 a day, okay? Every day I smoke a 3-5, right? A day, okay? So add that up every week. Add it up by the month. You know, and at the end of the day, I have grandchildren and I have children. Don't get me wrong, my kids don't go without anything. It's like, but I'm ready. And it's like, I already understand trauma, deep-rooted trauma. Like, you can call me a smackhead, a crackhead, whatever. You know, you're entitled to that. But you can you piss in a cup? You know, don't come at me, because I have receipts. But the way it is, it's like I try to get on with things. Like, I'm going through probably the worst time in my life. I broke up in a relationship. You know, it's like, and I'm lonely as fuck. And even though I have everybody around me, and still, you know, it's like, and this is why I find comfort in this community. You know, with recovering addicts, people that have been there and done it. You know, and nobody's better than anybody on here. You know, we're all the fucking same. You know, just because you might be a drug addict, it doesn't mean that the fella across the road driving a fucking RS4 is better than you. He might be financially better off, but that doesn't mean he's a better person. Does a fuck. I'm not a fan of that mentality, no way. You know, like I said, it's like, I had something traumatic happen to me as a baby, you know, that had a big impact in my life. And it's like, when I moved up to a certain area, it's like a lot of my friends, we all had the same mentality, you know. Like, you wanted to be like your friends. So I'll be honest with you, when I was a kid, I had a hero, and he's my hero. Do you understand? I wanted to be him. I wanted to get a medal. Do you understand? They give him a medal and he fucking died falling off a bike. You see, the United Nations were in trouble, UNICEF, and they needed to send a peacekeeping unit over because the aid wasn't getting in. The convoys weren't getting in. Suppliers weren't getting in. Water wasn't getting in. Baby food wasn't getting in. Kids were dying. Kids were starving. You know. And my uncle went over there, yeah, and you know what? He told me what happened over there. You know. He lost a good friend over there. That's what happened. You know, one of his mates got killed, shot in front of him. You know, shot in front of him. But guys, like I said, yeah, it's like, yeah, trauma is deep rooted, yeah. Oh Jesus, I'm not too sure how old he was when he died. 60 something. You know, you're a decorated soldier and you die falling off a bike, you know what I mean? Like, I think it would have been easier to handle if someone told me he was shot in combat or something like that, you know what I mean? It's like, but he went over there, you know, he went over to Lebanon with a lot of his mates, you know, and he's seen a lot of things over there, you know, like you have to be a certain way. Like, you know, I knew what I wanted to do as a kid. I either wanted to be a fireman, a dancer, or a soldier. Honestly. I wanted to be a soldier, yeah. Fucking hell, man, that's a big ass crack. No, but like I said, addiction is deep rooted, and you have to be able to identify threats and then neutralize them. You know, like I said, a lot of people that have mental health issues, it's like they're afraid to talk about it. You know, it's like there's a lot of people that are afraid to talk about their situation because you get people that just give them a hard time. You know, like I said, this is why I'm very good at bringing people together. You know, there's a lot of people that come on YouTube that are very lonely. They won't admit that, you know, but they are. You know, and it's like, if you can't talk to people, it's like, this is why a lot of people take their life, because they can't talk to you. You know, they can't talk to their family because everybody expects you to be solid. But what happens when you're not? Like I said, on you, there's a lot of people that come on here that act abusey, you know, calling people names, insulting people, calling people fucking junkies, calling people names. Do you understand? And I won't have that. You know, I don't care who you are. That doesn't bother me. I'm not asked who you are. You know, you're a man the same as me, and this is my channel. And if you're disrespectful, I'll remove you or somebody else will, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of brave people that come in here that open up to me and my channel and tell me certain things, you know what I mean? And it's brave, because you get people on here that sit in the chat, that watch, that listen, that hide their face, but they're very quick to judge. You know, none of us have the way. Listen, you can judge people all you fucking want, but you're not perfect. That's why I removed them, mate. You know, at the end of the day, there's a lot of people on YouTube that drink every day. You understand? There's a lot of people that drink every single day, 7 days a week, right? And at the weekend, have a few cheeky line or two. And it's those kind of people that are putting down people that had called people like me a junkie. Hang on a minute. You're drinking every day of the week and putting coke up your nose at the weekend. What makes you different? You understand? Fuck that. Like I said, see that? If I lock myself in here and I tell myself, this is bad for me, it's gonna kill me. Smoking's gonna kill me if I don't stop. You know, like if I commit to something, you know, I'll do my best to see it through. Yeah. Do you still take drugs now? No, I just smoke weed, bro. I'm going in to come off a certain medication, not because I'm a fucking an addict, or I'm not addicted to heroin, cocaine, or crack, or tablets. You know, yeah. I'm going in there, like I said, it's like I won't get this opportunity again. And it's like in Ireland, the way things are, like money's tight in Ireland and what have you and all, and it's like these services have no funding. Well, Ricky, I've nearly 2,500 subs or 2,500 followers on TikTok. When I hit 5,000 subs, I said this, I'm gonna bring a few years over with me, bro, and you can make some money out of it. You know, listen, I said that when my channel got stolen, I said I was gonna grow my channel and I was gonna help a few other channels grow. And look now, everything I said happened. You know, people call me this, call me that, but I'll always come with receipts. You know, like I said, I won't ask you to do something that I'm not willing to do myself. And it's like, it takes a very brave and courageous man to come on live and to tell the world, listen, I'm not perfect, but I'm willing to do something about it. You know, I've woke up this morning and I'm not joking yet. On a 1 to 10, my stomach is a good fucking 9 today, mate. I look like Casper the fucking ghost. You know. And you know what else I've noticed, right? Check this out, right? You know when you have a wee and you see bubbles in your piss, you know, that's an indication that your kidneys are at. Yeah, they're doing overtime. You know, yeah, I swear to God, bro, it's like anytime I piss, mate, it's like fucking a load of wash up liquid on the wall. You know, that way. And I know what it is. This is what I'm saying. I know things that you don't know. You know, I'm not here forever. I've made 8,000 videos for my kids. I've covered all bases. All bases are covered. You know, just in case anything happens to me, I've made a shitload of content that's always going to be there. You know, I've made 8,000 videos. I've done a few podcasts with a couple of people on here. And I'll do more. It's just like at the minute, I'm not very well, mentally and physically. I come out of a relationship, a 4-year relationship. And I said to myself, you know what? This is the best time to do it. You know, it's like, and maybe when I do, please God, if I could come through this, like I said, it's like, but it's going to take a long time. Now, I could be told tomorrow I can go in next week, next month, 2 months, because it's all about getting a slot. The money is there, the funding is there, 25 grand for me. You know, so I'll either go to Presswich or I'll go to Ancoats, you know, and I'll vlog it all. You know what I mean? I'll take you into rehab with me. They tried to make me go to rehab and I said, take me now. Shout out, alright, Co, straight out of Clondalkin. Guys, can you do me a favour? If you're not subbed to Jamesy, straight out of Middlesbrough, and Co, straight out of Clondalkin. Can you sub to that channel? And if you're not sub to Matty, straight out of Manny, can you sub to his channel? Listen, and I fucking tell you, yeah, I always knew that I was going to be the guy to bring a load of people together that have addiction issues, that are in recovery, people have alcohol issues, people that have mental health. It's like, I'm on here to help a little community grow. And it's like, at the end of the day, my way fucking works, because nobody's going to help you like I will on here. You know, when you become a member of someone's channel, you get certain perks. You get your name highlighted in the chat. You get loyalty badges. You get shout outs. And people are charging a fiver to give. Me and I tell you, right, I could charge people, because I can hand you a YouTube channel. And not just hand you a YouTube channel. All the people that come in and out of my channel, I'll ask them to sub to your channel. And it's like-minded people that come in here. It's like, you know, that have been through addiction, that are going through addiction, alcoholism, people that have mental health issues. There's a lot of people that are afraid to talk about their issue, but you shouldn't be afraid. My dad taught me not to cry, you know. Hey, he'd probably be a bit ashamed of me, in a way, you know, because I cry a lot. You know, I can't help it, you know. Like, that's what trauma does to you. It makes you very emotional, you know. But the one thing my father taught me was leadership capability. Do you understand? Hey, on a street corner in Cherry Orchard, I was one of the leaders, allegedly. Now, up at their corner, up at their corner, up at my corner. And you know why? Because he said it. Jude's corner. Did you see the crash? Did you see what that video I posted the other day? Of that car crashing, wrapping up. That's outside where I used to live. Now, you can ask anyone from Cherry Orchard that knows me about me, and they'll tell you what's the crown with the hashtag one beside it in blue. Bro, if it's like, can somebody explain that to Cora? It's about fans and shit like that. You know, people in the live, you click on top fans, so it's straight, right, so Ricky's me top fan, then it's Larry Thomas, then it's Moggy's, then it's Top G, and Stephen Moore. Like, when you press that button, it's like likes. You know, when you tap the screen and you see likes, and it's similar to that in a way. But so yeah, so I'm at a stage in my life where, because of all the bad decisions I've made when I was younger, my body's not healing the way it used to. And I'm very family orientated, you know. Like, I'm very family orientated, you know. My family means everything to me, okay? I've told you, my sister is Muslim. Her husband is Muslim. Okay? My nephew has brown skin. Okay? He's Muslim. So, I'm very culturally sensitive, you see. People say, and have said I'm racist. Really? You know the way I said to come with receipts? Look at my community page. I'm racist, am I? Okay. Can't change people's opinion. I'll tell you what I am. I'm God-fearing. That's what I am. Yeah, God-fearing. Family-orientated. You know. Family-orientated. You know. And again, like I said, right, so I truly believe that we're all straight out of somewhere. Now, I'll tell you why I don't make money off YouTube. And I'll tell you the reason why. So, for the people that don't know, I used to have a channel called Fighting Back United. A geezer reached out to me and said to me, Jude, do you want me to sponsor your channel? And I'm like, I'm only on 600 subs. At the time, I was on a channel called The Cesspit, and it's like, this person reached out to me and said, bro, can I sponsor you? I'm like, what's that mean? He said, anything you need. When I say anything, I mean anything. This geezer used to bring me up weed every time, shatter. I don't know what shatter is, if anyone can explain it to me. But he bought me a lot of equipment, you know, and I donated it to one of the local youth clubs. Yeah. But I fell out with him because I'm walking in my kitchen, I'm looking out the window, and I see him chasing his dog, being a Rottweiler. His dog was 11 months old. So I'm to the door, I seen him running after the dog and I'm beating it. Like, I mean kicking the dog, right? I come out, I said to him, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Do you know what he said to me? He said, what do you mean? I said, I've just seen you kicking your dog. Do you know what he said to me? No, you didn't. Really? Hey, amigo, let me show you something. You're here, yeah. You see my neighbour? You see them camera? You see that camera there? That camera just caught you kicking that dog. You see that camera? And you see that camera up there? Caught you kicking the dog. You call me a liar? Hey. You call me a liar? Bro. Get the fuck out of my garden. What? I said, you better get the fuck out of my garden, mate. Do you know what he did? I went out the front, followed him. Do you know what he did? Booted his dog into the car. Swung his leg at the dog. I went out, I said, see you. You better get off my street or I'll fucking kill you and I'll burn that car. Look, I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not, but it's like at the end of the day, if I see my brother kick a dog, I'm going out and I'm going to lay him out for kicking a dog, right? Listen, I have triggers. Me daddy used to beat the shit out of me and me ma. I have triggers. Don't do that shit in front of me. Don't hit a dog in front of me. Because I had a dog once and I lost it and I loved him. You know, I fucking love that dog. I love the dog, you know. And I lost a friend. You know, he was a good friend to me. He drove me everywhere. You know, and it's like, he upset me because I looked at him as a friend. I didn't know anything about YouTube. He learned me a little bit. You know, he said to me, what you pay memberships for? I learn you. What do you need to know? Everything. So, it's like, I trusted him. I brought him to me home. I brought him in. I introduced him to me family. And he fucked me. He fucked himself. Look, I don't know what you want me to say. You look out your window and you see your friend kicking the dog. Listen, we're not friends anymore. Why? Because you fucking kicked your dog, bro. That's why. You're really gonna fall out with me over kicking me dog? Yeah, you bet your bollocks I am. Fuck you. You know that way. Kicking an animal in front of me, mate. It's like, told you. Reverse psychology. And I lost a good friend because he taught me everything. Well, he taught me everything I didn't know about YouTube. About monetization. He said to me, Jude, I've watched your channel and I believe in you. I'll sponsor your channel. Tell me what you need. I need a couple of microphones. I need a couple of lights. I might need this. I might need that. No problem. And I wanted, I'll be honest with you, you see, Foxy, that upset me, you know, because we got on, you know, and when I seen him kicking his dog, he fucking upset me heart, you know, because I was compromised, you know. I love dogs, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, don't kick your fucking dog, mate, in front of me. You know, animal cruelty, that's like hitting a child, kicking a dog. You know, I'm sorry, but I'm a dog person. You know, I love animals. You understand? It's like seeing another human being kicking a dog is like seeing an adult hitting a child. You know. It's like hitting a child. So, I got my channel monetized. And when I got my channel monetized, a few people reached out to me. A couple of people who had tried to take their life reached out to me and said to me, Jude, I think you're a top fella, and you know, it's like you speak about mental health and addiction like you know what you're talking about, you know, and I was flattered. I says thanks, you know, and she become a member of my channel. Her name was Lena from Scotland, Rangers fan. She told me, Jude, I've tried to end my life, I don't want to be here. I said, tell me about your life. Have you got kids? She's told me. So I planted the seed in her head. I said, if you do anything stupid, the police are going to knock at your door. Yeah, they're going to knock at your door and do that. Take their hats off. Can we come in? Have you got a warrant? No, it's not that kind of come in, love. Could we come in and talk to you? What's wrong? I'm really sorry to have to tell you this, but your son, he was found dead this morning in his flat, hanging. You know, I told her, I planted a seed in her head. I said, I want you to listen to me. A lot of people, when I say listen to me, listen to what I'm saying. I can't just help you with your YouTube channel. I can help you with your mental health. You know, I've been on medication for years for my mental health. I've been sectioned 3 times in Manchester. You know, I broke my heart. I lost my job, my mind. Yeah, I lost a lot of shit. I was in a relationship for 20 odd years that broke down and it went really bad. And it just broke me. You know, I was with someone for 20 years and sometimes people fall out of love and it's like they tend to stay for the wrong reasons. You know, it's like, it's mad. I have 3 baby mothers. If the truth be told, me granny wouldn't have been pleased with me. You know, but I know she would have been proud of me, you know. Like, when I was a kid, I grew up with animals in the house. dogs, ferrets, pigeons. You know, like I lived at my granny's after the fire. Like Rick, I moved into me nan's after the fire because we'd nowhere to live, bro. The flat was burnt down. So myself, me ma and me dad, three of us, because me brother and sister, and Ricky, wait till you hear this, right? You know me little sister, bro. You know, me brother died on the balcony, right? You know me little sister, 7 month, 8 month old. She survived for 6 hours, bro. A little body fought for 6 hours. You know, like I said, bro, inside, you know, I've scars that you can't see. You know, the morning of that fire, every picture we had of that little baby got burnt in the fire, bro. So all my life I've not known what my little sister looks like. So imagine. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna change the subject. But I love dogs. I love animals. You know, and I'm made a certain way. You know, like a lot of my mates back home said that I wasn't right in the head, you know, and I wasn't afraid to prove myself. A lot of the lads says Stu to be dead before he's 21. You know, I wanted to be like all the older lads. A lot of my mates had horses. I never owned a horse, but all my friends had them. Like Darren Kershaw, Les Kershaw, Brian Lee, you know, the Kavanaghs, you know, Mark Nail. This morning's been emotional, man. It's like when I talk about my little brother and sister, like in depth, it upsets me. You know, like I said, I was a 4-year-old kid, you know, but after that fire, it snowballed. Hey, it tracks. Like, and you have to understand where your trauma comes from. And mine come from my childhood. And the truth be told, right, if you've got mental health issues since you were a child, you have to identify where it come from. You know, like I said, man, I'm not in the best place mentally at the moment, spiritually, physically, you know, but I have to be, cause like I said, I'm doing something about it. It's like I'm on a certain medication 25 years. From day one on the cesspit, I told people I'm on a shitload of medication, have been for years, and it's like a lot of these medications have had horrendous side effects that are irreversible. I'm hemorrhaging every time I'm going to the toilet, and I have been for about 18 months solid. My stomach is fucked. I have a tear in my abdominal wall, so every time I'm going to the toilet, I'm not being rude or anything, but me whole yeah. Fuck the name, bro. It's like, bro, listen, you've been on here long enough, right? Now, I never come on the cesspit and said I was a drug dealer. I never come on the cesspit and I said I shot anyone. I never come on the cesspit and told everyone that the ran me out of Ireland and shot me. PD said that, right? Yeah. I've never been so embarrassed in all my life. Now, in all fairness, I met PD. He got a taxi. He was in Manchester, and I seen a video he put up saying, "Straight out of Ballier, I've just landed in Manchester." I fucking texted him straight away and I said, "Here, come see me. You know, this is my address." And he come see me, you know, and he apologised to me. He shook me hand and said, "Listen, I was given wrong information by someone called Will R. Griffiths. Yeah, Will R. Griffiths told him a few things, yeah, that weren't true." Okay. He turned around, "Right, listen, bro. When I left Ballier, I went to England. I come back at 19. I lived in Cabra. Then I lived in the city centre, right? And allegedly, I sold drugs, right? Now, when they raided me house, twice, the first time they found a Luger in the flat, right? It was not mine, but as you know, you cannot say who owned it, okay? And then the second time, the 12th of September 1993. Oh no, it wasn't 93. What year was it? I was 21. I don't know. I can't remember the year, right? But it's like, so PD come on the cesspit and said to her, he said, "Here, film boy, how come you're slagging off junkies and smackheads and you have Jude sitting on your panel every fucking night who was a heroin dealer, who robbed drug dealers and the ran him out of the country?" PD said that about me on the cesspit, right? I don't know where he got his information from, but he told me who told him. And it was the biggest load of bollocks. Any of my mates from Cherry Orchard will tell you, listen, Jude got into a bit of debt that he couldn't pay, and he got tortured for it. And here, I'll be honest with you, listen, yeah? If you take somebody's stuff and eat it and give it away, when the fella comes to getting his money and you haven't got it, what do you think is going to happen? Do you understand? He made an example out of me. Everybody in Cherry Orchard, all my mates will tell you what I did at 15. I worked in a nightclub with all the older lads. I'd be working in it for free, okay? But I went back to a party on a Saturday night and I returned on a Wednesday with no money and no pills. So I owed 1,800 quid to a mad bastard, right? And I ended up clearing it, but I got into more debt. And because of one of my mates, I helped him clear his bill because he fucked up. I ended up, I had to leg it. I went to Fingless and I tried to hide until I could make up the money. How are you, Andrew? And they come and found me in Fingless, fucked me in a van, put a hood over me head, tied me hands behind me back. I hadn't got a chance to run or to fight, you know. And if I had seen the van coming, I would have been able to run, but he come behind me, hit me with a cavity block. Tracks, right? So, Tracks, I'll tell you something, right? A lot of the channels from the cesspit are gone. You know why? Because a lot of them are calling each other names, calling each other out, doxing everybody, you know, calling people's kids' names, calling people's partners' names, insulting people's wives. Here, fuck that. That's why I jumped off the channel. And I created Fighting Back United pre-cesspit. You know, I went into Exposure TV's live one night and he mocked me. He said, I feel sorry for you, lad. And I said, I feel sorry for you, Gary, if I ever get my hands on you. You know, and then what happened was, I had a channel called Fighting Back United, and a geezer who asked to sponsor me, become my friend. You know, in all fairness, we were very close. He used to take me out to Old Trafford to make content. You know, we used to have a laugh, and I was good. You know, but listen, I've got principles and I have morals, okay? And I'm a certain way. I love animals, okay? The last animal I killed, well, it's not an animal, it's an insect. It was a bee. And my gazebo, listen, don't ever kill a bee. I woke up and my gazebo was gone, my bank card was snapped, and my phone was smashed to bits. And it was bank holiday weekend too. But like I said, all jokes aside, I grew fighting back in. It took me 4 years, bro, nearly to get 600 subs. And then, like I said, Foxy, he was a good friend to me at the time. But bro, I didn't know nothing about YouTube, yeah? He said to me, I'll get you 200 subs overnight. And I was like, how do you do that? He said, I can buy them. So I'm like, whatever. I didn't know nothing about YouTube. I didn't know anything about analytics. I didn't know anything about algorithms. And he learnt me a little bit, okay? But we fell out because I seen him kicking his dog, and he tried to say that he didn't. And I said, listen, you're on camera, you gobshite. Do you understand? It's like we can't be friends anymore. Do you know what he did, Tracks? Yeah? He blocked loads of people and sent people vile messages. Do you understand? He sent a few people messages insulting their wives and their girlfriends, and they thought it was me. And it wasn't me. I was like, listen, I can get into my channel, but I can't change anything. You know, he fucked me channel, you know, and start insulting everybody. I know he started having a go at Rob Lee and a few other Brummy lads that I got on with. He blocked a few people that I get on with, and everybody thought it was me. And then I had to start all over again. And I said, what am I going to change? What am I going to call me channel? I have to start all over again. I put 4 years into it. I went on the cesspit. I helped about 30 channels grow. Hey, and I'm not lying. The amount of channels that grew because of that fucking cesspit, unbelievable. And some of them are, hey, there's one in particular who's still stuck in the mud. Hey, and he comes from Cork, boy. Hey, you have a shit channel. Your channel got stuck in the mud. You said you were going to get 7,000 subs. Remember when you come on the cesspit? You're still on 1.7. Good morning, Uncle. How are you feeling? I'm just in the middle of my life. But don't worry. So what time is your flight?
Well, it's supposed to be, but I'm not too sure. Because I can't go until the laptop is completely fixed.
Who's fixing it?
I was on to them. The place that built it for me, it's a place called Scan Computers. They're up in...
Is it a laptop or is it a big...
No, it's a laptop.
Okay.
But it's a big laptop. It's a 17-inch laptop.
Okay.
But they build them, you know what I mean? I got it custom built. So if it's not finished today, that means I have to wait till tomorrow to fly on. Because what I've done was I
open.
No, I don't know whether you can do open ones. What I've done, I paid for a flight for today.
Yeah.
And I paid for a flight for tomorrow.
Okay.
And the reason being is that when I booked them, the flight for today is €15.
Wow.
The flight for tomorrow is €15.
Fuck off.
That's €30 altogether.
Wow.
But if I waited if they tell me today, it's not ready today, and I try to book a flight today.
For tomorrow, it's going to be about 100 quid maybe or more.
Yeah.
Wow.
At least 100 quid.
I didn't know.
So I just said, well, I'm going to lose 15 quid at least one way or another, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah. Ah, well, did you sleep all right? Did you just have a good time last night? Where'd you go?
Yeah, we went to the Millstone. Yeah, good night.
Mark, I think I don't know whether he used to work there or whether he used to go there for a pint.
I used to go for a point with me down there. I used to go to the Millstone. And yeah, it was good night. Like, Mark wasn't drinking at all. I'm on the non-alcoholic,
Yeah.
you know, 0-0. So it was only Luke that was drinking.
Yeah.
So he enjoyed himself as well, Luke.
Yeah.
So
that's Shelley's fella.
that's
Shelley's lad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And has he got? Is he a Dublin? Like, he's got a Dublin accent? Is he got his lad, or is his lad?
No. He's from he's from Manchester.
Okay.
Manchester. I think he's from. I think he's from a place called Leek in Stoke. I think that's where he's from. That's where he was brought up.
Yeah.
But he's living in Manchester now a good few years. Nice fella he is. He's really helpful and stuff.
Like I said, it's like I've mentioned on my live a couple of times that, like, my uncle yourself used to own the big nightclub in Gran Canaria, like Macca's, and fucking, like, it's mad over there. Yeah. Like, you get, over the years, like I said, a lot of the people that watch me, it's like come from the inner city and all over Dublin. And like I was saying to you yesterday, my channel is called STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER, right? Yeah. And I've on YouTube, John, you have to get 50 subscribers before you can go live. So I do have people that are on 10, 15, 20 subs, and I tell them, come in my channel if you've got addiction issues, if you're recovery issues, if you've got alcoholism issues, if you've got mental health issues, change the name of your channel to Straight Out wherever you're from. So I have people Straight Out Cabra, Straight Out Clondalkin, Straight Out Middlesbrough, Straight Out Manny. It's like
Straight Out of Joy yet, no?
No, someone put it in Straight Out of Joy the other day. I think his name was John Dillon. A lad, like I said, a lot of my audience are from Ballyer, and a lot of them know me ma's family, you know. Yeah. And a couple of the Munda lads that comes in, he's from Clondalkin, and he put a message in the chat. He said, Jude, I was at your cousin's funeral the other day, and I was at your uncle's funeral and what have you. So on here, John, I'll be honest with you, when you're monetized, I could charge people membership, right? But some fucker robbed me channel a few years ago, and I was always on principle. I didn't do it for the fucking money. I did it to grow a channel of a lot of people, like a lot of survivors of suicide. Like, I fucking tried to take my life twice. Once where rope, once on the fucking railway. You know, it's like, and once you have that in your fucking head, mate, and at the time, I was smoking loads of coke as well. You understand, John? So I was in a very bad place, a very dark place, and I could have ended on that fucking railway, mate, and I wasn't switched on enough, because I was thinking, I don't want to worry me family, so I'm not leaving a note. And that mentality, like I said, I had enough. I didn't want to be here. My dad was visiting me at night because
that
Yeah.
I know that I'm in plenty of time
Yeah.
to get there. For
Well,
it,
look,
you know.
at least you don't have to worry about going to a fucking hotel or, you know what I mean. Like I said, this house is always here. You're always welcome in this house.
Yeah.
Always.
And the house looks great, doesn't it?
What do you think of the garden?
Yeah, it's great, absolutely. Yeah.
Me dad would have liking it. He'd have really
Yeah, it's
liking
lovely,
it.
like, you know, I mean, they can actually sit out in it.
I call it the peace garden, me. You know, because it's like in the evenings, it's nice sometimes, you know, and they've built that big fuck off co-op arena over there, and sometimes you can actually hear the bleeding concerts. Like, I remember when Coldplay were playing over at the Etihad, and fucking brilliant. But I'm not far off 5,000 subs now, and it's like, I had my channel monetized, and I paused it. So when you get so many subscribers on YouTube, when you do so many lives, I have it on, it's unmuted now, so every fucker can hear me. Sorry about that, guys. I was talking to my uncle, and I didn't really want you to hear that conversation. But so if you have 4,000 watch hours or something like that, I don't know, you can get your channel monetized, which means you can charge people.
So you live now?
Yeah. You can charge people £1 or £2 a month, and for that, what you can do is, as a channel, I can give people loyalty badges, regular shout outs. I can make personalized videos to get them more subscribers, and people would pay £2 a month easy, you know, for that, because that's what you get on YouTube. For I know channels that are charging £3 to £5 a month, yeah. I know some channel, and for that membership fee, you're supposed to give your members back something. Like, so for instance, let's say if I have a channel, right, that's on 30 subs, and every video I make, it's like in the description, I put a shitload of channels, right? So when people watch my live stream back, they'll go and sub to some of these channels, and that's how a lot of people grow, because it's networking. And I started a little trend on this community where I believe that there's a lot of people are afraid to talk about trauma, they're afraid to talk about addiction, and they're afraid to admit to the world that they have an issue. They're a drug addict, or they've been a drug addict most of their life, like myself, you know. But it's like, believe it or not, I've managed to help a few people, because there's a lot of lonely people on social media. They won't admit it. John, you can have fucking 50 people around you and sometimes feel lonely. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like, and that's what I tried to say, like, you know, so I fucking try and help a few channels, like, because there's a few people that come in my channel that are alcoholics, that are coming off the drink. There's a fella that comes in me live that was taking 42 diazepam a day, prescribed them. He got prescribed them in Scotland as an 11-year-old or a 9-year-old kid. Fucking diazepam.
Yeah.
You know, he's in me chat there. Good morning to you, Finn. It's like, hang on, no one can see you, right? So basically, don't worry, no one can see you. So look, so people come in me live, right? So this geezer's changed his channel. Look, straight over, different channels that come in and out of me live with them, you know. I can fucking, it's. But if I had to do it for money, John, it's like, I would have been, like I said, I did it for our principle. It's like, because what'll happen is, it's like, there's a lot of people on here that have their channel monetized that charge people, and there's nothing wrong with making money off YouTube. That's the whole thing. You have to declare everything to the fucking department for work and pen, you know, all that bollocks. It's like, because it's classed as it's like, so there's a fella that comes into my chat from Dublin, and his name is Finn, and he's a young lad. He's in his early 30s, right? and I was listening to a story, you know, and at the time I think he was on under 100 subscribers. He come into my channel and we just we just got on from the very start.
Yeah, you hit it off.
And he opened up to me and he told me a lot of things, and he told me he wasn't talking to his man and da. So he's old enough to be my son, right? So I was like, I know that he could have a good channel and he could help people because he's brave and he's gone through a few mental health issues as well. So long story fucking short, I'll start putting his name in the channel's description. It's like he went past 100, 200, 300. He's on over 1,000 subs now. And now his channel is monetized, so he can charge people £2 a month, you know. And for that £2 a month, because he's got 1,000 subscribers, he can say to his members, you'll get your name highlighted in the chat as a member, you get regular shout outs, you get personalised videos made for you. Now on here, John, a lot of people won't do personalised videos unless they're charging £3-4 a month. Because by me making personalised videos for people, it can get them subscribers. And a lot of them, once they get to 50, it's like a little business now. If you want, it'll take you a while, you know, because you don't just grow your channel overnight. It's taken me 3 years and I'm on 4,000. I'm on nearly 4,700 subs. So I need another 300 subs and I've hit my target. My target was 5,000 subs and 5,000 videos. I've made over 8,000 videos. So I've another 300 subs to get. But the way I see it, John, is, right, everybody is different. We're all individual. But on YouTube, a lot of people are the same. Now, everybody loves money, for fuck's sake. It's like, but I did this for our principle. Fuck the money. It's like, and I've managed to build a little community within a community. So when the time is right, I'm going to open up my StreamYard when I hit 5,000 subs and I'll unpause my monetization. You know what I mean? And people can buy you a coffee or donate £1 to your channel or whatever, because I don't make money off this. And I've said to my audience, I want a big gazebo out there, or I want to build a studio out there, you know. So a few of them have said, Jude, put up a PayPal link and we'll all contribute to it. We'll donate whatever. Like, I have one fella, he said, I'll donate €50. Another fella, 20. Yeah, and over time, like, that'll build. And like I said, I want to get a little location in the back because I know I can help people. Like, if I've helped, like, in 3 years, I've managed to help nearly 20 people grow channels. And them 20 people, they're going to help other channels grow. Do you understand? And it's just a ripple effect. And I started it, and it's like, I wish, I'll be honest with you, on my son's life, I wish this had, see, the reason why, so I had a channel, I had it for 4 years, called Fighting Back United, and this fella reached out to me, asked me, he said, Dude, I'll sponsor you. I said, what's that mean? He said, if you need microphones, if you need lights, if you need weed, if you need to bra anywhere. And it's like he was fucking grooming me and I didn't realise it. And because it's on the mood stabiliser, it's like I thought I was buzzing. And I was having a cup of tea and I'm walking to the patio. And as I walked to the patio, I seen him like that. He had a Rottweiler in the garden, right? 11-month-old. I seen him like that, look, volleying the dog, yeah? And I fucking went out and I said, what are you fucking doing? He said, what you on about? I said, bro, I've just seen you kicking your fucking dog. No, I haven't. I was like, are you calling me a fucking liar, bro, in my own fucking house? Get the fuck out of my garden. You know, I said, look over your head, you fucking idiot. My neighbour has a camera, a 360 one that sees everything. She has it on video. She come down to me, she said, I'm fucking not happy with that fella that comes to your house. I'm like, Why, what? She said, well, I was just checking me cameras and I seen him kicking the fucking dog. And out on the front road, he's swinging boots at the fucking dog. You know, I'll hit him with a fucking hammer if I see him, you know. Because there's a lot of fucking people out there that love animals.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it a fucking.
So,
I never mind anything else.
I fucking, like I said, I'll be honest with you, I lost a friend because I didn't know nothing about YouTube. He helped me so much. It's like, because I don't drive, I haven't got a car. So he used to take me everywhere. But John, I seen him kicking his fucking dog, mate, and that I'm like, hang on, whoa. Like, if you're kicking your dog, what else are you doing? And this is mental, right? I had a conversation with him and I said, you know what? See you, I think you're the pusher. Right, number one, he was homophobic, right, John? Do you want to see what he had in the back of his car, yeah? So he drove like a van, kind of. Not a van like that, like a smaller one, with two seats in the back and windows at the side. So you open. Anyway, long story short, he fucking in the back. He used to go on the moors every night and walk the dog. In Manchester, you have this big fuck off. It looks like a mountain, and when you drive up that end, you can see all over Manchester. It took me a few times, but long story short, he held after I so back to his car. He had duct tape, cable ties, a GoPro, duct tape, a GoPro, a fucking hammer, cable ties. It's like, and he used to go up the moors with his fucking dog every night with a headlamp on. I said to him, I said, bro, what's the story with that in your boot? He's like, what do you mean? I said, like a hammer, a fucking duct tape, cable ties, a fucking torch. I said, bro, that's a fucking kill kit. And listen, as you know, John, listen, I grew up with lads who are good lads that ended up turning out to be fucking murderers that went on allegedly to fucking kill people, yeah? And I've looked in people's eyes before, and this geezer, mate. But after we fell out, he had the password and all the sign-in details to my channel. He blocked me out my own channel, sent loads of people messages, calling them names and fucking insulting their wives, and let's say, and everybody started having a go at me and switched on me. And I was like, I didn't do anything. I did this to help people. So I started STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER on the 5th of February 2023. It's like, and it took me 4 years to get 600 subs, right? This channel, I'm on my third year and I've nearly hit 5,000 subs. Now, if I did charge people, I'd have been able to build a little structure in the garden myself. But I'm very proud of me, and I don't like asking for help. A few people in my chat have said, "You just post the fucking link, bro. I'll donate to it. I'll donate to it."
I'm brutal with fucking, do you know,
No, I know, but you're a great
look,
DJ.
look, I was always very good with the computers, with laptops and stuff like that. Now I can, I've got memory loss. Like that's what
Yeah.
I suffer. I suffer from short-term memory loss. I can remember I remember anything from you. Asked me a question about something that happened in 1970. I'd be able to tell you straight away. Who sang that song? I'd be able to tell you straight away. But stuff that's happening now, telling me something, and it goes in, and it doesn't even go in. It just goes fucking out. That's basically it. Like, you know what I mean? I can't remember anything. Like now, yesterday I was up in when I was leaving the laptop up, and I asked for the wrong person, and there was two people with that same name, so there was.
So what's the story? Is there no places in Dublin like you could?
No, because this is custom built.
Okay.
So I got it custom built over here because they build these people. They build for they build for like
Not Microsoft.
They build for like say the royal family. They build computers
Okay.
and what's it called? It's you know, stuff for monitoring.
And how much was it for the laptop?
I think I paid about 3,000 something.
Okay.
I forget what it was. And look, it's a great work for station, like, you know what I mean. And it's got very high specs of, like, you know, the RAM, and very high specs of what it's got. Like there's about, I think there's about 4 or 6 terabytes internal solid state. You know.
I know fuck all about computers.
Yeah, so it's a Rolls Royce of a computer. Really.
Okay.
Laptop. So that's the story.
On a 17-inch screen. Like, that's big.
Yeah, and it's great. So I do mainly now video DJing.
Yeah.
And I buy the videos because I get the highest quality. Because
what do you mean you buy videos? Can you not get them made for you?
No. How do you mean made for me?
To explain what you mean about.
I buy the videos of the music. So I'm a video DJ.
Okay.
So when I'm doing now all venues, I can't do it in all venues because all venues don't have all the right televisions in there.
Yeah.
But generally, whatever songs I'm playing. So if I'm playing something from the 1970s or something, it comes up on the screen with the original artist singing.
Okay, got you.
And people love it because they
can sing with the words.
Yeah, but no, I know. I do the karaoke and that, and I do all that. I do everything like that. But it's for them. It's like this. Like if they say my age group, like I'm 63 now.
Yeah.
So if they see something from a place in their own life where they were at the most comfortable, and these songs are coming on that they particularly enjoy, and they've probably never seen a video for it ever in their lives.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's coming up and fucking, and I get them all, you know, I used
on
to
a reminiscent
one. I used to get them all colorized. So if they were black and white, I got them colorized. And you know, with the AI and that, like, I'm no good with it, but they enhance the what's it called, the quality.
Okay.
Of the things.
So do you think you get more of an audience doing it that way, or doing?
I don't know whether I do get more of an audience that way, but people do talk about it. People do, like, I do a thing it's called the video music bingo. So basically what that is, it's the same as bingo, except for you don't call out fucking legs 11 and upside down or whatever.
Okay.
You play a clip of the video, and on the clip you've got the name of the song.
Yeah.
So, and if it's on the bingo sheet is just like a bingo sheet, but instead of having numbers, it's got the names of songs.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. And so if, for example, if I played, say, ABBA Dancing Queen, for example. Right. So if Dancing Queen is on your sheet, you mark it off.
Okay, that's way. Fucking
and,
like.
And the whole principle then after
video,
that is
dance
that
video,
bingo.
Okay.
Because instead of getting 5 numbers in a line, you're looking for 5 songs in a line.
Got you. You know that's what I mean? Unusual. That.
It's brilliant. It's great atmosphere. And then what I do then, I add to it then. It depends on which gigs I'm doing, but I add things to the prize money. Okay. So I could have, say, for example, just as a round figure, I could say be doing €50 for a line.
Okay.
For a line, €50. So you got the line across. you get €50. Now, instead of me
Papa.
telling people that the line is worth €50, I'll tell them that it's worth €30.
Right.
So I'm taking €20 away.
Right.
So, but if you win, I'll give you the chance to get €50.
Okay.
All you have to do is dance for 20 seconds.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To a tune that I choose.
Yeah.
You have to dance along to it.
Okay.
And so you get. So really, they should get the 50 quid anyway.
Yeah.
But by doing it this way, I want to see what they'll do for money.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just be gas.
Yeah.
Just get up and fucking do me dancing. Like,
have you got a TikTok and all? Do you do
I
that?
don't do all that.
Because adding to your, like I said, me dad love music, and it's like some of the people that you fucking interviewed. You know, I remember going to a studio with him. This is what he used to say, right? He'd work all week and he'd say, Jade, after I do the DJ, and I'm gonna bring Jude in for a lemonade, which meant I'm going in for 4 or 5 points, you know. But I remember he interviewed Johnny Cash and he got tickets, and I remember going in the studio with him, and like Johnny Cash at the time. I didn't realise it. I just knew that he sang songs. I didn't realise how big he was, you know. And to actually have someone like that sitting in your studio on a Sunday without having money to give them.
Yeah.
But me dad seemed to believe that music helps sick people, and there was a lot of sick people in Beaumont, and they used to have request sheets, because he used to do, I think, 3-4 hour slots, and he'd be always like that, don't fucking touch anything, you know, because there's loads of fucking so, like mixers and fucking, like I said, it's like this studio was unreal. Everything was new. And it's like, I'm like, how the fuck does he know what buttons to use and what have you? But me, you're like me dad. You both love music, you know.
See, when I got into music through coming back to, because we used to, when we were, you know, taken out of Golden Bridge, we went to live with Martha and John, like my mum and dad, as far as I'm concerned. And but they used to bring us over to.
How old were you when you come out of Golden Bridge?
I was about 4.
Wow, fucking hell.
Between 4 and 5. But I remember everything about it.
Yeah.
I remember everything about it. And
people seem to think that when you're 4 or 5 that you don't fucking remember things. Yeah. It's just like what happens is we learn how to block the fucking thing out.
Well, you see, the thing is, like, you know what I mean, when I left Golden Bridge, I was about 4 and a half maybe. But yeah, in my later life, when I was growing up, I still always remembered my sisters and my brothers, and I remembered when Harry and Robert died, and that I remembered that day in particular because we were in Golden Bridge. Harry and Robert and Danny wouldn't have been in Golden Bridge because they were too old.
Yeah.
And you can't mix, you know,
boys and girls.
Especially when they're babies. Like I was a baby. That's what your class does.
Yeah.
So that's no problem. If I'd have stayed in Golden Bridge, I would have been fucked out of about 7 years of age, maybe 8. Because of you're starting to grow, and then you have these fucking sexual tendencies and all this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But I remember Harry and Robert coming in to Golden Bridge. They came in and they were talking to us, and they said that like they're going on an expedition or something. They called it to this place in Donegal. And I have to be honest with you, and I've always lived with this thing because I didn't want to fucking see them.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll tell you why, we were having chicken for dinner, and we were sitting at the table having our chicken when Harry and Robert came in.
Yeah.
And I knew full well that if I walked away from that chicken, when I came back from my time with Harry and Robert, my chicken wasn't going to be there, and it wasn't there when I came back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then when I found out that Harry and Robert had drowned, the nun called us in. I'll never forget it. You know, and as I said, I was only like 4 or 5 maximum. And I remember she brought us into kind of a room, but it was kind of a room, but it wasn't a room. It was a big, like as if we were in a chapel, but it wasn't really a chapel.
Okay.
And there was myself, Joe, Carmel, Dorian, and Geraldine, and that was an unusual thing in itself because we never always got to be together like that as the five of us. Because I was over in the babies unit all the time, you know. But I thought my first thing was that we were going home.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't. We were there to be told that our brothers
had gone.
Drowned.
Yeah, fucking hell.
And the one thing that I'll never forget was I started to cry, and the nun, I think it was Fabian. I'm not too sure. I can't be 100% on who it was. I got such a clatter across the fucking face.
Wow.
Like that. And I was told by Fabian, or if it was Fabian, I was told that why are you crying? You should be happy. The Holy God gave you more brothers and sisters.
Wow, fucking bastards, mate.
That's what I'll never forget being told that. They're things that live with you and you just don't.
Yeah, they hold you to ransom like that's your fate.
People have questioned my ability to remember these things.
Yeah.
But I proved them right because Carmel, Dorian and Geraldine were much older than I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the baby of the family.
Yeah.
And I was the one that was able to locate Carmel, Dorian and Geraldine.
Yeah.
When I was growing up.
Yeah.
You know, I kept having dreams about this golden bridge.
Okay.
And I kept trying to, when we lived in Stetchford, eventually at some stage we got a phone in the house because we didn't have a phone. But before we had the phone, I used to go to the red phone boxes and I used to telephone directory inquiries. It was, I think it was 190 or something was the number. And I used to always ask them, you know, I'd ask for international inquiries. Yeah. And I'd ask, can I get the number for, what's it called, Golden Bridge in Dublin? And every time the Golden Bridge is a place, there's loads of different things in Golden Bridge. Yeah. And this went on for years. And then this one night I had to, because I was getting this recurring dream, and I could always see this Golden Bridge thing signed. And this one night I was sleeping, and in my dream I seen the words St. Vincent's.
That's fucking mad, that, isn't it, though, John?
St. Vincent's. And I asked then, I got onto the thing, I got onto the directory inquiries, have you got a number for St. Vincent's? And I said it'd probably be registered as an orphanage or a school or and they gave me the number, and I rang the number, and when I rang the number, I asked I spoke to somebody, it was probably a nun, and I told them what my name was, and that was contact my sisters, Carmel, Dorian and Geraldine, my family.
Wow.
And the person at the other end said, oh, they've all gone, they've all left here because they've become of age. They were, yeah. But she said Geraldine is expected back to come back because she left some personal belongings.
Okay.
And she's due to come back for them at some stage. So I said, well, can I give you a phone number? And I gave her our home phone number and tell her that her brother's
looking for her. Bob. And
I got it, came and they got in touch with me and you know.
That's
So when I
brilliant.
did eventually go over to, it was near Christmas time, because I remember when I was coming over, and I brought you a doll for Christmas because I thought you were a girl.
Okay.
I bought
You
a
bought
doll.
me a doll.
I didn't actually buy you the doll. I stroked it.
Okay.
I came over with presents for everyone. That I stroked,
Fucking brilliant,
you know.
that.
But you got a doll. And but that time when I came, and then I was staying with Cameron. I was supposed to be there for a week or a fortnight. I don't know the exact amount of time. But at that time, my mother's, I don't know whether it was a cousin or he was a member of the O'Reilly family.
Okay.
And he was in Greek Street flat, in the flat that my mother grew up in.
Greek Street.
Greek Street flats.
Mate, you must have known fucking the Foxes that lived there. Richie and oh, say what's his other brother?
Yeah, I can't think. Richie and they were abused by their uncle, wasn't it?
Okay, I didn't know that. Was it Richie and fucking
Richie Fox and what's the other Fox's name?
I don't know whether his name was
really
Keith.
A lovely fellas there.
He does martial arts, the older brother. I remember seeing Richie batter this fella from Ballyfermot up in the Olympic ballroom one night. Richie Fox and I forget what his older brother's called, but he beat my man. He got his ass beat like I'm in, but newly born like. I think it's Keith Fox and Richie Fox.
I'm going to just send this.
Yeah, guys, I've just been talking with my uncle, you know, about stuff years ago and stuff. Sorry, I had to put this on mute, you know. Like I said, we're survivors, our family, you know. It's like, cause all the shit that we've all been through, and we're still here. All the shit you've been through.
What's Richie Fox's brother's name? She knows them really well as well.
I'm sure it's Keith.
Yeah, it could be.
Cause I remember I got on with Richie. Like I said, it's like he was around my age, and I'm in the Olympic ballroom, fucking with a pocket full of fucking ecstasy. I'm looking down onto the dance floor. Next of all, I just see a fucking commotion going on, and I see this fella from Ballyfermot getting dragged across the floor by Richie and a fella from Sheriff Street called Howard, and they beat his ass. And I'm like, all his mates were there, and not one of them did fuck all. And I'm like, you know, if that had been one of us from Cherry Orchard, I'd have fucking dropping off the balcony. I'm telling you now.
Where's Olive?
He's in the same bed as you.
No, he's not. He's not in his own bed here.
Is he not?
What's over here?
No, I get Alex.
I'm missing. He might come up to Jeff, isn't he?
No.
As I was saying, so at this particular stage, the flat in Greek Street was in my mother's name.
Yeah.
From the time it was built. It was built in 1936. They're 90 years old now.
Wow.
Year. And the last one of the family was on his deathbed.
Yeah.
And he asked me mother on his death, his dying wish was, don't let anybody else get the flat, don't let anyone else, because it's been in the since the first key was open.
Wow.
And my mother rang me then at Carmel's because she had the number, and she told me the story, and she said, do you want to, stay over here?
Okay. And the flat's still there.
And then yeah, I still have the flat.
That's fucking brilliant. So have you got the deeds and all and everything off it?
I'm the tenant.
Yeah, but so if you wanted to sell that, could you?
No.
Right.
It's all about Dublin City Council.
Okay. All right. Got you. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah.
So I said, yeah, I want to stay. And, so I stayed.
So are you still doing the thing at the stall on a Christmas?
There's a whole lot of stuff to go to Funny Man.
I'd imagine there is. So who helps you now? The boys are old enough now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both working in banks. They both
Okay,
work for
fucking
AIB.
hell.
They wouldn't be straight to.
Got you, no.
They're earning fucking hours.
No, they're good kids. I always
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
that they'd be
yeah.
good kids,
Yeah,
you know.
Kane is doing. He's making lots of money, and he's fucking. You know what I mean? He's a tight-fisted bastard, but he's making
Smart.
You know what though?
But
Listen,
listen, fair play to him. It's like,
And Kyle only started with them like a few months ago, so he's just trying to get himself, on the ladder.
yeah.
But yeah, so that was the story, and so
He was telling me he kept having this reoccurring dream, right?
was speaking about
With fucking Golden Bridge, and then he had a dream one night, and he could see the word Saint Vincent's.
Yeah.
So when he got the chance to get a phone, he rang Saint Vincent's, to see was me Auntie Carmen, Geraldine, and Dorian there, and they'd left because they were older. He was only, what were you?
At the time when I finally got answers, I was probably about 11. I was
Wow.
probably about 11 when that's when the fucking the image that I was seeing became more transparent.
More vivid.
And I know I could see it.
This is what I'm saying about dreams. It's like sometimes you can't, but it's like it just like you're using more of your brain. It's like for some reason because you can like you are having them reoccurring dreams, and then you're saying that word, and it's mad though, isn't it? Do you believe in God, John?
No.
Okay. It's like I probably wouldn't either. It's like, but I do have me faith.
I have. I just think that if you're a good person, if there's something there, you'll get it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all. But if there's a God.
Oh.
Anyway, that's grand. That's all.
Area mousey. Right, so yeah, I have me uncle's over. My uncle's over from Dublin. One second, people. Yeah, how's it going, mousey? I'm going tomorrow to find out about my rehab, bro. So I'll know tomorrow. You know what I mean, mousey? What What do you reckon yourself? Mousy, come here. I've started to do something right. I've asked a few lads to change the name of their channel. You know the way my channel's STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER. I'll tell you now, just let me pour this to you. So basically, bro, right? You're straight out of town, Mousy, right? Now, there's loads of people on here, right? That are on under 50 subs, that are under 30. There's some even under 20. And I'm trying to help them. So I said, listen, name your channel Straight Out wherever. So we have Straight Out Cabaret, Straight Out Clondalkin, Straight Out Cherry Orchard, Straight Out Middlesbrough, Straight Out of Edinburgh. And like I said, bro, it's every day 3 or 4 people are doing it. Out of respect to me, that's my reward. That's my payment. You know, I'm starting the Straight Out movement, and everybody is getting on it. All the small channels. You know, my way works. You know what I mean? And every day I'm gonna put people's names in the description of my channel. You know yourself. Hang on. Good luck, Ricky. Let me know how you get on. Hey, Elise. Hey, we home so free. What time is it? Oh, I'll ring you in 15 minutes, yeah. Me uncle's in there. I've dropped my phone, I have. Fucking bounced off the table. There's a big crack in it. Oh, I got you. My fault. I got the fucking blame for everything. I was supposed to go up this morning and have me breakfast up there at least, but I'm in bits with my stomach. Yeah, it's like I said. Sorry, Ricky. I fucking get the blame for everything, mate. You know. Jude, it's all your fault. I get the blame for everything, mate. Yeah. No, it's not working, delayed. Nah, listen to me, right? So I'm gonna share something with you outside, right? So now, like I said here, I'm here to help. So I've been trying to help a few people, yeah, and people have been changing the name of their channel to Straight Out wherever they're from. You know, and I'm part of that, and I'm delighted because
They could email me, and I don't know because I don't have the email account.
but yeah, so
No, yeah, that's what I mean. But that's the fucking joke, yeah.
how many people, like I said, it's hello, Mr. Irish. Now look, the way I see it is it's like loads of people on here that I get along with. It's like we're growing on a daily basis, you know. This little movement is growing. It started with STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER. Now look.
So just check the emails anyway. just see if there's anybody looking for something. You know what I mean? Oh, right, yeah, I know that job, but I know that I can see you doing all shit watch to really get the job to get a coffee shop, something that you like that, something you can leave it, you know,
Yeah, so like I says, all it takes is a little bit of fucking belief. Like I said, you know, people. Hello. So the way I see it is, yeah, it's like, you know, if you help somebody for the right reasons, when the time comes, people will help you.
Unless he's hiding. Unless he's hiding.
I doubt it. What time does the pub open at?
Yeah, it's 5 o'clock. He won't go tell me and all that. He might have married, doesn't really.
No.
The pawn shop opens at 3. All the other pubs open at 12. I don't understand why unless he's got an appointment or something.
He could have a doctor's appointment, or he's not. He doesn't have uni, does he?
Oh, you know, I mean, I don't.
Yeah, it's like. Is he at uni today?
He's not in the back of uni, so.
Okay. Now, you know, like I said, it's like maybe in the next week or so I'll know a bit more, guys, about this rehab, and like I said, so it's like I may as well enjoy this now, because when I go in, I'm gonna try stop smoking weed as well.
what's his number now?
It's off.
Oh, it's off.
Once he's gone into town, that know Jenny's gone into town, she'll put his down control. So when they've gone into town,
He's going where? He's going to Turkey in fucking 4 days, isn't he?
yeah, when you go to that thing, Duke, sorry?
I don't know. Tomorrow I have an appointment, so I'll know a bit more tomorrow. Like I said, it's a slot. The funding is there for me. The 25,000 is there. That's what it's costing, John.
12.5 last night.
What?
You said it was 12.5 last night. Now you're saying it's 25 again.
No, it's 12 for the first part, and it's 13. So altogether, it adds up to 25.
I said 25, didn't I remember reading?
Yeah. And it's mad, right? John, you wouldn't get that in Ireland.
Short-term memory.
Yeah, you wouldn't get that in Ireland. It's like that kind of funding, you know. So the first place is going to cost 12 for 21 nights, and then the second stage for 26 weeks is going to cost 14,000. And because I've never used the facilities funding, they have, right, so they get a pot of funding that's allocated to them, right? So what they do is out of that funding, let's say £2 or £3 million given to the drug service, and what they do is, if you fit the criteria, right, so basically I have to do 5 clean samples. So in the last 6 months, it's like I've been tested about 5 times. Yeah. It's all come back negative, right? Now, if you're going in there, they monitor you to see whether you're still using, whether you're telling the truth, and there's no way you can get around one of them PEAS tests. And they stand outside the door now, do you understand? Actually stand outside the door when they're doing it, because years ago people used to get their mate to do it. Yeah. But you can't do it now, you know. You have a condom on the weeks, that's what they used to do, right? That's what people used to do, right? But there's no way of beating it now, because the tested people, it's called biodegradable. You can tell whether it's and the temperature as well. So these little pots that you have has a little temperature gauge of this and that, and if one of them is off, you know straight away. So I have an appointment tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and I'll find out tomorrow
bit more about
Right, so
rehab.
what I really want to know is, so you could be in rehab,
Yeah,
and I could be away, yeah?
yeah,
Fantastic. I mean, we're flying solo.
yeah.
Well, bro.
I've got uni Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Thursday, Friday.
12:30. Is it? Right, guys. Listen, I'll ring you in a few minutes. I'm just gonna have a smoke and a cup of tea. Right, guys. I'm gonna fuck off in about 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Right, but today I'm gonna try help a few channels. Right. So, Matty, straight out of Manny, is only on 7 or 8 subs. If you're not sub to his channel, can you do it? If you're not sub to Be Irish, can you do it? If you're not sub to Straight Out of Edinburgh, if you're not sub to DMW, Derek Mousey Wright, can you do it? If you're not sub to Air Pablo, Mr. Alex Cleary, can you do it? Like I said, look, it's like I'm building a community within a community. And whether you like it or not, it's happening. You know, it's like I did say I'm gonna unite the clans and like the B cans, and look what's happening. A lot of people have changed their channel to Straight Out Somewhere, so people believe in me, right? And by the time I'm finished, there's gonna be 50 channels that I've helped, collaborated with, that I get on with, that there's a lot of people on here that share their secrets, right? That's your payment to my channel. If you've got a channel and you're on 10, 20, 30 subs and you want to have a YouTube channel, I can help you. And I won't ask you for money, but tell you what I will ask you to do. Change your channel to Straight Out of Middlesbrough, Straight Out of Glasgow, Straight Out of Birmingham, Straight Out of Liverpool, Straight Out of Toxteth, Straight Out of Strangeways, Straight Out of The Joy. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Come in and say hi. I woke up this morning, man, I'm not joking, I was getting sick and all it was. You know, I had a hemorrhage, a bad one this morning. But like I said, listen to me, yeah. My way works. When I first come on YouTube, I didn't know anything about it. I can help you have a channel that'll make you money one day. And if you listen to me, listen, like I said, I've been on YouTube 8 years. There's people on here twice that have been on here a lot longer than me. There's a lot of people on here who has their channel monetized that make money every month. And see me, I could have charging a fee to everybody. I can say, listen to me, yeah, you pay me £2 a month and this is what you get. You get your name highlighted in the chat. You get regular shout outs and you get personalised shorts for your channel and your name in the description of my channel. Now, if I was charging membership, that's what you'd get. You don't even get that and you pay £3 to people. Listen, if you want to become a member of a good channel, go over and become a member of Finn's. Okay, his channel is monetized. You'll get regular shout out, your name highlighted in the fucking chat. It's like Finn can help your channel grow. You know, go over and become a member of the channel. It's only £1 a month or £2 a month. Leaks, I forgot my password. I'm trying to fucking become a member of Finn's channel. But again, listen, if you're not sub to Straight Out of Money, can you go give him a sub? He's trying to get to 50. I think he's on about 8 or 10. And bro, like I said, my way will work. I'm going to write everybody's name down on a piece of paper. Every channel that's Straight Out of somewhere. And then what's going to happen is, when the time is right, like I'm not rushing here, because I have other priorities, you know. Tomorrow I'm going to CGL and I'll find out when I'm going into rehab, you know, or I'll know a little bit more than I know today, you know. So yeah, like I said, you know, by God, I am in the gym tonight. Well, bro, that's what I'm going to do. I used to be very conditioned. You know, it's like many years ago when I was not fat. I'm just fat now. But I remember years ago when I wasn't and I was conditioned, and it's like I said, I look in the mirror sometimes and I don't even recognize myself anymore, you know. It's like trauma can bury you, you know, and I've had trauma all my life, you know what I mean, and it ends up burying you. But I'm still helping people, you know, even though, like I said, I did this out of principle. Now, what I can guarantee you is, if you listen to me, I can help you. You know, I can help you with your channel, but you need to make as much content as you can while you're waiting to hit 50 subscribers. And once you hit 50 subscribers, put something in your bio about your life, about yourself. You know, be brave, you know, because there's a lot of lonely people on YouTube, okay, that have severe mental health issues, that have had addiction issues all their life, like me, you know. Like I said, there's a lot of people on YouTube that have addiction issues, they're in recovery, you know, people that have problem with alcohol issues, people that have mental health issues. You see, I can relate to that. Here's a helicopter. Oh, that's hovering over something over there. 1 second. It's hovering there. This is Manchester. Guys, can you go over and give Matty a sub? Straight out of Manny. Can you give Ricky a sub? Straight out of Edinburgh. Hey, like I said, there's loads of people that have changed their channel name in respect to me. And like I said, you know, if you believe in me, I believe in you. Yeah, this is Manchester. There's helicopters all the time. Always something going on. Fuck off, Mr. Crow. But again, like I said here, it's like I've been on YouTube 8 years. The first 4 years, I didn't know anything about analytics or algorithm. The last 3 years, I've learned about YouTube. But I've learned about people on YouTube. There's a lot of people that go out of their way to try be on me. And then the first opportunity they get to fuck you, they do it. You know, like I said, I've never did anything on any of yous on here. You know, nobody can turn around and say, hang on a minute, that lad paused his channel. You know, he could be making money, Jude. And what did he do? He paused it. Like I said, this has always been about principle for me. You know, and like I said, someone has to take a hit for the community, and I truly believe that I'll hit 4,700 very soon. That'll leave 300. I've waited a long time to get here. Once I'm on 300 here, it's all downhill. You know, but listen, I'm gonna fuck off because I have to ring my son, okay? So, I'll be back in a little bit, but listen, do me a favour, yeah? If you're on 10, 20 subs, change your channel to straight out of wherever you're from. Whether it be straight out of Edinburgh, straight out of Glasgow, straight out of Manny, straight out of Ballier, straight out of Cabra. Do you understand? Every day, people are listening to me. Like I said, I don't make money on here. I try to make friends. I try to network with people. and bring people together, okay? That's my motive. That's my angle. Satisfaction. Seeing people have 10, 20 subs and then see them getting to 50 and opening their channel and saying and making little videos and saying, you know what, shout out to fucking Jude, STRAIGHTOUTTABALLYER. And I appreciate that shit. You come in my channel and you're respectful and you tell me that you want to grow a channel, I'll help you. I'll make personalised shorts for you. I'll put your name in the description of every video I make. And believe me, I've made a lot of videos. My way works. Jump on board here. Hey, and we'll have the biggest platform on here very soon. Like I said here, I always said one day I was going to get revenge for what the cesspit and the people on it did to me and what they said about me. After me helping loads of them, about 25 channels grew from that because I helped them. Maybe 100 channels grew from the cesspit, and I tried to help a few of them and they turned on me. And I said one day I'll come back and I'll bring an army of channels with me. And now look, hey, you're not laughing now, are you? Because look, it's working. Anyway, I'll be back later on.